Bryce, obviously Inosuke, a really popular character that, obviously took off. How was it, already being in a certain other anime? How was it stepping into this role as well?
It's been really fun. Inosuke is very different from your character. He speaks in screaming, which is awesome. And I can scream like him all day, so I was up for the challenge. I think every time I step into the booth, each character represents a different piece of me. And Inosuke for me is a celebration of the fun that I have as a voice actor, and I really hope that comes through in the performance. I was excited to share another role with Matsuoka-san, who's the Japanese actor for Inosuke. He also plays Kirito in Sword Art Online, so I've heard his voice for over a decade. And I just love what he's done with the character, and I was really happy that they let me kind of put my own spin on what Inosuke does in the show.
The show has become such a phenomenon. Now that you've gone to different conventions, have you seen some really cool cosplay of both your characters?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
100%. Someone came by and said, "There's a lot of shirtless guys coming up to your table." Yeah, they are. Today, I don't know if she's out in the hall right now or in the audience, but there's a stunt performer. I have her card sitting on my table, and she did one of the coolest videos I've ever done at my table. She literally backflipped and then put on the head and then had me laugh. It was awesome. So yeah, I've seen some pretty amazing cosplay.
Johnny, you mentioned it before that your character is very stoic. Would you say that kind of is something you are as well, and found that embodiment inside of yourself to voice his very stoicness?
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yes. No, I mean, I guess, yeah, for sure. He doesn't talk a lot. I don't talk a lot unless I have to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess so. I mean, I did feel like I found him, or where he should be, where I thought he should be, voice-wise, pretty quickly.
And then I want to now go really quickly, this is my last question before I go to the audience. Think of your questions, and then I'm going to head out there right now after I ask this. To Bryce, Inosuke is known for his wild and feral personality. How did you approach voicing such a unique character, and what's been your most challenging voicing him? Because I know you say you like screaming, it's a lot of fun, but what's been your most challenging with it?
Yeah, I think finding how to maintain the voice is what was the challenge right at the beginning. And I used two things to really do that. The first is a vocal warm-up. I don't know if you do a vocal warm-up before you go into the booth. I usually don't. I usually just step in the booth and just start screaming. But for Inosuke, I found a really good vocal warm-up, and I'll share it with you guys. What you do is you get in your car, okay? You get in traffic, you try to make eye contact with the driver next to you, and just laugh like him. Like, and then watch them squirm to try to get away from you. It's a really great vocal warm-up. So you do that, you sit in traffic for an hour yelling at people, and then when I get to the studio, I always make myself a really dark, disgusting cup of coffee. Like black tar in a cup, the kind that's so bitter it makes you angry, right? And in between every take, I take a sip and I'm just like, and that's Inosuke! So once I discovered traffic and coffee, it was no problem.
All right, so now we have some audience questions right up here in the front.